This is Stephanie from the CAD Academy, and I am pleased to be able to announce today our first annual National Engineering Contest for students. It's open to all CAD Academy schools, so it's a national contest. We start right after the winter break. It's using SOLIDWORKS only, and the winners will receive laptops or notebooks. The name of the contest is Design Something, Make a Difference. You're probably thinking, I can't think of what to do. And I have a brother-in-law that has always worked in aerospace, and one day I was talking to him and he said, I have to come up with a lighter material for the gas tank for the shuttle. And I said, boy. And he said also that they were already using the lightest and strongest material that he could think of. And I said, you're going to need a lot of inspiration, aren't you? And he says, no, I'm going to need revelation. So I think designing is hard for even professionals. But it's easy if you think of something that will solve an issue or a problem for people. Like you are using something every day and you wish that it had a blank. You could design something like that. It's also, if you think about that you want to be designing something all the time, you can basically find ideas in everything in things you do every day. You could also join a student think tank, but you can't do the same object or part, but you can get together and think about what would be a great thing to design. Researching on the internet is also a very awesome tool. You can observe other people and what they're doing, and also you could talk with your instructor or go visit an engineering firm for good ideas. And it's always a good idea to work with something that you have a personal interest in, and then you can do a really good job. If you think that there's nothing left to design, consider this, that most humans can sing just an octave, and a keyboard is mechanical design. But a professional can sing an octave and a half, which is really 12 keys. And when you consider that new songs are being done every day, and there's been tens of millions of songs already made up off of just 12 keys. They've got minor keys as well, and it's the beat, the rhythm, that sort of thing. But that's amazing. So if you can do that with one keyboard, think of what's out there left to design now. When I was researching this, I thought it was interesting that Mariah Carey sings 5 octaves. She's in the Guinness Book of World Records. Whitney Houston sang 3.2 and Elvis 2.3, so they had a big range. It's wonderful if you can make things easier for people for their everyday life. So if you can figure out something that is important to all of us right now, like saves the environment, maybe a new way to mulch, something for our personal health, maybe a new exercise machine, something that saves time, or components to an existing product that's called aftermarket, or something that makes a product better. Consider Thomas Edison. He was brilliant, and he basically is given credit for coming up with the light bulb or the incandescent bulb. And one thing he always did, according to a quote, is he improved the inventions made by others. And he had 2,332 patents. And so that shows you that there's a big, wide field as well for improving on what already exists. I always think of the U.S. as being innovative, that we come up with great ideas, and then other countries take those ideas and try to make them better. Nothing is too small or too simple for this contest. I can remember when I was in the 2nd grade, the teacher started the class with, "What is math?" And I heard people, and we were supposed to write it down on a piece of paper, and I heard people saying geometry, trigonometry, and all this, and I thought, I'm so bad, I don't know any of this, and I was embarrassed and wrote down what I thought. Finally, at the very end, and passed it in, and as the teacher was going through the slip, she said, "This is it." And it was my answer. I had answered, math is working with numbers, which I thought was amazing. So you might not think your idea is very good, but somebody else might really like it. Think of the difference that has happened in people's life with the use of paper clips. We use them all the time. We use them every day. Legos are amazing. You can build anything out of Legos, and I'm pretty experienced. I do design modifications with Legos when I can't follow the directions for my grandkids. And rubber bands. So something small like that can make a big difference as well. the aftermarket products, I think everybody has an interest in and really likes their cell phones. And think of all the products that are made for cell phones. I think this one is really awesome. It's a carrier where you hold it on your wrist. And I know I call my husband and he can't get it out of the holster, and it rings and rings and rings, and he finally gets it out of the holster. So something to make that easier would be a great idea. The engineering contest will be judged by professionals, not us. We are completely out of the judging. We are asking engineers that we know, people that develop products that we know, and software developers to be judges for this contest. The contest will run after winter break, and it will end on the last day of February in 2014. We will post the rules and regulations just before the winter break so everybody has the same time to think about it. But you can actually start thinking now on what you might want to design. And so I hope you will please join us. Write this into the curriculum so that your students can join us, and let's all design something and make a difference. Thanks for listening.